If you out there on the road right now, running miles while the world's still sleeping, cargo vans, sprinters, box trucks, dream chasers, risk takers, welcome to the movement, welcome to the family, the grind setters. Yeah, we rolling together, every mile that we drive we getting better. Monday and Wednesday putting minds together. No matter what you drive, we grind through the weather. Sunshine, rain, cold nights, whatever. Write your vision down, go and chase that cheddar. If you want a better life, come and join the setters. Welcome to the family, the grind setters. Man, I'm so glad that I joined this community, filled with people doing things different than they used to be. Used to sit around waiting for opportunity. Now we chasing every mile with focus and unity. Sitting with a mentor BG who can see even further. Talking vision, talking purpose, making everybody stronger. Like-minded people with a pen and some paper, turning small dreams into something even greater. You got the quicks moving sharp in the game, and so you're mixing, bringing wisdom in, changing the lane. Everybody learning, everybody getting better, building up a future with the grind setters. Nobody bitter, everybody trying to grow, trying to turn a little seed into something that can blow. For a little investment, you can really change forever. That's why I thank God for the grind setters. Yeah, we rolling together, every mile that we drive, we getting better. Monday and Wednesday putting minds together. No matter what you drive, we grind through the weather. Sunshine, cold nights, whatever. Write your vision down, go and chase that cheddar. If you want a better life, come and join the setters. Welcome to the family, yeah. The grind setters. Every Monday and Wednesday we putting minds together, learning how to move through any kind of weather. Cargo vans, sprinters, box trucks on the road. Every mile we drive, carrying purpose in the load. You got Yvette and Queen standing strong together, showing love and determination in every kind of weather. Then Cole Martin steady planning every mile that he drives, turning freight opportunities into business that thrives. You got T Graham bringing wisdom to the table, helping people see that success is truly attainable. And G-Von Murphy bringing hunger and fire, pushing everybody higher, taking them higher. From truck stops late night to the early sunrise, we building dreams while the highway flies. Yeah, we crazy enough to believe life gets better. That's the mindset of the grind setters. Yeah, we rolling together, every mile that we drive, we getting better. Monday and Wednesday putting minds together. No matter what you drive, we grind through the weather. Sunshine, cold nights, whatever. Write your vision down, go and chase that cheddar. If you want a better life, come and join the setters. Welcome to the family. Now this part right here, this one from my heart. When I think about y'all, it hits me in the throat. I just want to say thank you to the true goats. BG showed the vision when the road was unclear. T Graham dropped wisdom that we all needed to hear. This ain't just freight, this a family together, helping each other grow and make life better. I miss the drive time, rolling miles with the setters, trying to build a legacy that's lasting forever. From the highway lanes to the dreams we wrote. Once again, salute to BG and T Graham, the goats, and to everybody grinding, trying to hold life together. I'm proud to stand with the mighty grind setters. Grind setters, grind setters, road runners, road runners, road runners, dream chasers, game changers, game changers, car fans, box trucks, sprinters too. We all grind together, yeah, me and you. Yeah, whoa, it's the grind setter. Roll together, forever, forever.
Oh man, what's good, fam? We in this thing. How y'all like that? How y'all like that? Now that one right there is courtesy. That song and intro was courtesy of the one and only Mr. Drive Time. Boy, I sound like a radio host DJ up in here, but I was back behind the scenes groove. I almost forgot to exit up out of that thing because I was back here just grind setters. But man, that's what happened. That's what goes down in the community, fam. We learn, teach, grow, and all that together. That's that grind setters community. Mr. Drive Time, we appreciate you, fam, for that anthem that you got for us over there. But hey, How y'all doing tonight, fam? Y'all in there getting it. Before we even, because y'all know your boy, I get to talking. And before we even get to diving in, let me go ahead and say what's up to the fam. OC in this thing. What's going on, baby? Already on deck. And you know, fam, we in here speaking. We speak. We show love around here. What's going on, Auntie? What's going on? Yeah. Ooh, y'all is coming in this thing fast today. What it do, fam? Let's go. I appreciate that anthem, fam. Appreciate it. Nelson in the building. Nelson said he was not going to be late today. What's going on? The Quicks is in the building and the grind setters are on set. Exclamation point. No more need to be said. What's going on, everybody? I love it. Love it. Love it. Chopping it up. Speaking to everybody. I like it. I like it. Trailblazer in this thing. What's going on? What's going on, Zoe? What's going on? Yeah, we in the highs. What's up? Man, I love how y'all, you know, dream chasers, baby. That's what we all out here doing. Well, we finna. they don't recognize Auntie. We over here trying to change the game. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk about game changes in the that's gonna be hilarious. Steady grinding in this thing. What's going on, fam? Man, it's great talking to y'all today. Talking to y'all. It's a headbanger for sure. You know it. Boy, I love how y'all be showing love to each other. It just be feeling so good. But yeah, it's funny you say a game changer. Because today it wasn't nothing to put up into the community post because, this is just the overlay of what we're going to talk about when we get to market and competitive analysis. We're going to dive a little deeper. You'll have some next week because that's when we're going to break it down to like SWOT analysis and then how to do the SWOT analysis on your business and what's going on in the industry. And then it also helps you look at those outside factors that can affect you. But that's in next week and the following week. But this is kind of the overlay to help you understand where we're going with this market and competitive analysis. And you said game changers, and it made me think just that fast. Y'all know I'm a sports guy, especially basketball. I played basketball. That's why that basketball took me places. But I know, like, even in football, because I was the same person, but basketball, I remember film. Most people hate film. That film day is be brutal. You're in there watching film on the upcoming team, and what you got to do, is it a home game? Is it a away game? That film was, whew. But me, being the person I am, I told y'all before, what got me on the court, kept me on the court. That's how I got the scholarships and all that stuff, was because I was that person. You wasn't just going to outrun me. I didn't get tired. I ran for days. I held the hardest offensive player. I was the defender guy. I was the dude jumping out the gym. I wasn't even the center, and I was doing the jump ball. Like film came around, I watched it. And one of the things I did on film, I didn't just see like what the plays they was running. It was back in high school, especially. It was real easy, motion and all that. You can figure out the plays real easily. When I was looking at film, I was looking at what each person, from the point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. I was studying where they wanted to be at on the court, center, which block, which high post. Which do the shooting guard like to shoot at the top of the key, mid-range? Do he like the baseline? I was studying all that stuff, the competitive analysis. The market side was away in home games, or if it was neutral site, playoffs, who was in the stands. Like when we watching film, I was the guy that would notice, oh, the football team sit up there. The baseball team sit up there. Oh, the cheerleader stand on this. I was picking up all that market analysis. Because when I came in the game, and when the game started, rather, when we got ready to play, I knew your sweet spot. I knew if you can go left. I knew if you can go right. I knew if you can do a left-hand hook on the block. I knew if your center could jump high enough, or higher than me, brother, to even lob it over my head. Because some centers, I didn't even play behind them. I was smaller sometimes. I play in the front because now you got to throw it. I understood the market and competitive analysis. That's the sports side. I'm going somewhere with this. Just rock with me for a second. Because you actually do this in your life every single day. But for some reason, when we get the business, the research, compare market and competitive analysis, and people just be out here lost like, what do I do? When you actually do it all the time, think about it. Before you even got in business, say the grocery store. I know, I don't know if it's a cultural thing, a world thing. I don't know. You know, when you go in the grocery store, and you go to like say buy chicken. It can be a 2 packs of chicken. One can say $4.53, and the other one will say $4.44. And you like, I'm taking the one for $4.44. Even though it's basically the same amount of chicken. We do this on a regular basis when we're trying to find sales and all that. We're looking at market and competitive analysis. And that same thing goes with business. You have to know what the market is doing. You have to know what your competitors are doing. If you don't understand the market, then you're going to set yourself up for failure. I know we're going to break it down in the SWOT analysis next week, but I want to give you like a general example. So let's stick with the cargo van, because you know that's what we're over here doing, fam. Say we're looking at the market and we see all the comments. We've discussed this many times before. And that biggest thing is that rate. Everybody throws out the rate should be this, the rate should be that. You're driving for free, you're taking cheap freight. But in this market, remember I told you in the previous video, it's many ways to play this game and know how to play your role. Yes, the rate looks different for spot market than it does for contract. It looks different for dedicated rates versus if you're doing gig app rates. It looks different. You have to understand that. The competitive part is when they're like, hey, you taking cheap freight. Well, yeah. If I was staying in Los Angeles as a cargo fan driver and somebody says, BG, you taking cheap freight, but I'm getting that freight in, say, the Midwest, like Texas, the numbers will look cheap compared to New York, Los Angeles. You get what I'm saying? And so understanding the market that you're in is a very big picture. And I'm going to dive into that a little bit in a little more in a little bit. Now, the other part of that is the competitive analysis. Yes, we all want everybody to win. We want to all win. We want to give tips and tricks and all that of how to win in this game. But it's still sort of like a competition, like sports. Like I hold the hardest defender. I go after them. But at the end of the day, I want to have a good game, good, clean game. You go home, nobody gets injured, nobody gets hurt. May the best team win. Same things goes out here when we're on this road. No matter if you knocking on doors, sending out emails, and you're trying to get that contract, the person that gets the contract understands the competition and comes in with a better rate for the competition, the competitive analysis. Smart market rate, who comes in with the better rate at that location that you're picking up. But at the same time, it's a competition. I need to know what you're working with and how you moving so that I can get the load that before you do. It's competitive, but you got to understand what your competitor is doing. For example, we've talked about this before. If I'm from, say, LA or California, anywhere, and I'm used to getting loads at $2 a mile, for example. Say a load comes up in Texas and you like, hey, I want to go back home. I need to go ahead and get that load straight out of Texas for $2. But the person in Texas that's on the phone with the broker understands the market from Texas, and they like, nah, I can get that for $1.75. You're going to lose that because you didn't understand your competition. You didn't understand the competitive analysis. Remember, I tell you all the time about networking and understanding the networking for me. This is crazy. Again, back to sports. You know, this is different because I remember going around. I was in the Houston scene, obviously, and we read the newspaper and be like, who got because the newspaper dropped every Tuesday, especially if it was a Friday football game, it dropped on Tuesday. You knew, open that paper straight to high school sports, and you knew whose average was going up. You knew who dropped the biggest game that weekend or that during the tournament. You knew those things, and you like, okay, I see I'm number 4 on points. I see I'm number 16 in steals or rebounds. You knew, you were studying it. And most likely we knew those guys. We played in multiple gyms around Houston together. The biggest one back in the 90s was the Fundy downtown. If you're from Houston, you know what I'm talking about. If you did runs in the Fundy, you had a little bit of game. Fundy just wasn't for you to come out there and play around with. It was a war going on out there, but you knew each other. That's the same thing I tell you to do when you go to them truck stops and you talking to people. Understand what their numbers look like. That's what I say when you sitting at the warehouse, or the airport, waiting to get loaded. Stop, talk. What your numbers look like? What you running for? Are you working for a courier service? Are you owner operator? You got a dispatcher. I'm trying to figure out your numbers. Playing this game. Again, It's a competition. Understand the market, because myself. I don't know if I ever told y'all this. One of my favorite movies, I probably did, Paid in Full. If you've seen Paid in Full, you know what I'm talking about. Well, call me Ace, Acito, because I'm gonna find that rate that I need, and I'm gonna put other people on. And when you like, BJ, you always outside just moving, and the rest of the fam that's over here moving too. Why? Because we're gonna put each other on. That's the whole point of getting to know and sharing and all that stuff, and get the rates that we need. And then everybody that know over here be like, man, they out there shaking cheap freight, but we taking it for the $1.15, the $1.50, the $1.45, the $1.60. We getting our numbers because we understand the competitive analysis of the market that we in, and we gonna eat together. Now again, I'm going somewhere with this because I want y'all to truly understand. You know what? Let's holler at the fam, because you know I get to going, and I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. Where did I stop off at? Okay. That's where we at. What's good? What's good? Y'all in here just speaking. Look at y'all all nice. Y'all playing nice, but are y'all really being competitive with each other? I'm just playing. Let me stop. What's up? Everybody just in here. Hello. Welcome. What's good, fam? Hey, yes, we all can eat. Only problem is people too worried about what other people's plates look like. When we go to the buffet, I'm not seeing people with 2-3 plates. Me, I miss to put it all on one plate and then go back and get more. It looks different for everybody. That's right, I'm hungry. What is going on outside? Is that a wind? That wind is whipping out there. Man, Cargo fan, what's good? Mr. Hank? Mr. Hank was just talking about that video dropping. Hey, Mr. Hank was throwing them rhymes on the last video. It already dropped. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go see what I'm talking about. Did you ever start off? Hold on, let me read this. Did you ever start off, or have you ever ran under dispatcher's authority? Never ran under the dispatcher's authority. I was one of those. I got blessed. My fam was already in the game. He retired military as well, but we showed each other. He showed me the ropes. Let me do the fight. But he like me. He know we get it real fast. He explained it to me and then say, hey, I'm gonna let you listen to this one. And you know me, I told you before. I be getting it confused. I probably didn't tell y'all. I be kidding y'all in the community confused. I give you an example. I'm like a chameleon, especially when it comes to learning something or teaching something, because I'm instructor. I'm gonna mimic what you do and understand what you're doing, and then I'm gonna put my spin on it. Once I get a grasp on it, what I need to know, I'm gonna put my spin on it and put BG on it. That's when it comes to smiling on the phone, put my negotiating skills. So no, I didn't have to run out of the dispatcher. I did have a dispatcher give me a load like 2 or 3 times. I know one was in Phoenix, that one that went from Phoenix to Roswell, New Mexico. I'll never forget that one. Took me up there with the aliens. Our Father provided enough money for us all to eat. Yes. They asked for bread and they got y'all. I love y'all. Oh, we have never done that knowingly. Nope. See, y'all already be on it. We can all eat. Y'all already be on it. Hey, I found out the hard way. I went to my favorite place, which is in Florida, for a drop-off on Friday, but could not find any freight to get out, left empty-handed. Hey, it happens. Don't look at it as though you left empty-handed, because if you did it right, and I know you did because we already talked about it, you had your tank of gas going back already inside of everything. So don't look at it that way. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Right, but we need those lessons to know what not to do. Now, speaking of the it's funny you say that, because it's like the knowing the lessons of what not to do. And I might be talking about market and competitive analysis. But how the best way to say this? There is no best way to say it. It's just gonna sting for some people. I keep telling y'all to go back and watch the videos. Some of y'all have done that. New fam, if you ain't, I ain't mad. I'm just not telling you. You might be a video or 2 in, and you might be binge watching and ain't caught up. Most people don't like to do research. And over time, because remember I told you when I first came in, I was Googling, YouTube, and all types of stuff. I understood business, I understood transportation, but I need to know what numbers look like, what this and that, this, all types of stuff. And I couldn't find what I was looking for, so I went around, test dummy, find it in myself. And as I found it out, we were talking about it as a fam community and videos, lives. Then we took it a step further. We did one-on-ones, took it a step further. got the community going, and people still be like, "No, I don't want to do that." Took it a step further and made music that explained it. And it's like, what else? I don't know it. It's like a mark. You know what? I'm finna. Let's do this. Because y'all probably be thinking I make stuff up. Let me do this. Hi, share screen, entire screen. Let's do this. Share. I told you I'm gonna figure out these functions. Now, think I'll be playing. Think I'll be playing when I tell you this stuff. Now watch this. Over here, playlist. I don't even know if it's gonna play. I told you we figure stuff out on the floor. It's all transparency and authenticity. Man, it got hell coming down out here. Let's see.
Websites your competitors don't want you to know. Part 2.
Where is it?
All you do is go to this website, and it lets you find out exactly how much your competitors
That's
are
the
making.
wrong song. I don't want
by
that.
showing you how much traffic they're getting, where the traffic's coming from, and even which social media platform is driving the most visits.
The way I'm explaining it. Grind mix.
I'm a cargo van
That ain't the song I want there.
rolling steady on the road.
Let's see here.
Got
There
my
we go.
seatbelt.
Right here. This is the word. I told y'all the words are in what I'm telling you.
This van is my office, this route is my lane. Every stop I make has respect to my name. From Raycons printed to orders aligned. I don't just run loads, I'm building a design. My logo clean, my reviews legit. I don't chase money, just opportunities that fit. They wonder how I glow under all this pressure. It's passion, patience, progress, applied all together. This is a brand on wheels, legacy emotion, stacking success like waves in the ocean. I'm more than a driver, I'm a CEO, turning every mile into something that grows. Yeah, a brand on wheels, yeah, a brand on wheels. I'm leveling up with every deal. I track my numbers, I study the game. Networking nice, just elevating my name. Sticker on the door, mindset on 10. If you ain't watch me win, watch me win again. Insurance right, contracts tight. Doing business clean, sleeping at night. Yeah. From one man to a fleet, from a dream to a plan. If God is backing you, you could do anything, man. Or queen, whatever you be. Purpose behind you will set you free. Yeah. Brand on wheels, building while I ride. Success in it, pretty in the passenger side. This is a brand on wheels, legacy emotion, stacking success like waves in the ocean. I'm more than a driver, I'm a CEO, turning every mile into something that grows.
Now hold on, I'm taking it back because I want you to hear what I'm saying. Let's go back right here. Let's go back because I keep telling y'all think I'm playing. Listen to this. Listen. Let's break it down. Let's break it down.
This van is my office, this route is my lane. Every stop I make has respect to my name. From Raycons printed to orders aligned. I don't just run loads, I'm building a design.
I don't run loads. I'm building a design. The triangle, the circle, the rectangle, the square. I'm telling you what I'm doing. It's just whether or not you're paying attention. I keep saying that. I told you this in other videos. But let's keep going. Because we're talking about market and competitive analysis. So let's keep going because I'm telling you.
My logo clean, my reviews legit. I don't chase money, just opportunities that fit.
I don't chase money. I chase opportunities that fit. When I told you that weather was going somewhere, and I told you the regions, I tell you the northern part of the circle, I tell you the southern part of the circle, stay below the Mason-Dixon line for certain weather. And I'm telling you, it's not chasing money because my mama and daddy both used to say this one thing all the time. When you chase the money, it run from you. I know y'all heard it before. I don't chase it. I chase what fits. What fits. I don't go based off of other people's numbers. I understand the system I got running. I understand the strategy that I'm building, and I know the numbers that work for the CPM to make the RPM so that the van stays profitable with every load, including deadhead miles, which we have reduced by 15%. But let's keep going. Because I don't want nobody to miss it.
They wonder how I glow under all this pressure. It's passion, patience, progress, applied all together. This is a brand on wheels, legacy emotion, stacking success like waves in the ocean. I'm more than a driver, I'm a CEO, turning every mile into something that grows. Yeah, a brand on wheels, yeah, a brand on wheels. I'm leveling up with every deal. I track my numbers, I study the game.
You heard it? I track my numbers and study the game. We're gonna stop right there because that's why let's go ahead and pull this back down. I want y'all to understand it. I track my numbers and study the game. I tell you all the time about knowing your numbers. And when I say study the game, I'll give you a great example of market and competitive analysis right now, based off of that. Right now, if you look at the circle, the dry van, the northern part of the circle, if you drew an imaginary line, which I always tell you, the imaginary line is a reason I say from like St. Louis, Kansas City, all that, over across past Memphis, that imaginary line, and take that northern part of that circle. I tell you, that's where the money be at. That's why, because right now, the dry van rates are roughly about 277 is what it is, but you know your boy around up. Is for March, it's 280 on spot market freight. It's 280 according to DAT. For the southern part of the circle, according to DAT, the spot market ranges from 231 to 232, depending on what state you in. But you know your boy rounds it up to 235. I round up because I'm negotiating. I want more money. By understanding that about the numbers and studying the game, because remember, they don't have cargo van metrics. On no low boards, they don't have cargo van metrics because I told you about this FMCSA insurance, but we under the weight limit. They don't even look at us. They don't even look at us as part of the commercial, even though they gonna figure it out sooner or later. I know it's coming. That's why we got to get this game locked down and sold up for yourself before it happens, because the way this going and the influx of the volume of cargo van and all that, owner operators and drivers and courier that's entering the game, you need to know. So that means if it's 280 up north in the northern part of the circle, and it's 235 in the southern part of the circle, that means I split it in half, 50%. Because you know how they be wanting $2, so we talk about the dollar. So that means that I'm in the northern part of the circle because I studied the game, I understand the market. I'm going for $1.40 off rip. I understand the southern part of the circle. So because it's already at 235 rounded up, I'm automatically going $1.17. So if you notice the last few videos, I've already been hitting them for $1.15, $1.16. But then I told you about the gas and it's check your CPM, the market. Now because of that, I'm gonna add another 15 to 25 cents. If you ask, I said 15 to 25 cents, but if you ask Queen Quick, she say 30 cents. I ain't mad at it. So add another 30 cents. I said 15 to 20 cents because I want y'all to get the money. So that means obviously because of the gas, that 140 up north, when I run into it, BG gonna automatically hit them for the $1.55. I'm starting at the 15 cents or the 25 cents, whatever you feel comfortable with. But that's when the competitive analysis go in. Because if I go too high and I try to hit them for the whole 25 cents, let's say 30 cents. If I'm already at 140 and I hit them for the 30 cents, that's $1.70. The competitive analysis tells me it's going to be drivers out there that don't understand the market. They don't understand the competitive analysis. So I'm ace, like paid in full. I'm finna come back in, and that's why I said the $1.50, $1.55. Same way we're down south. If it's $1.17, ace paid in full. I'm gonna hit them with the $1.20, the extra $1.30, extra 15 cents on top of what I already need. Now, that don't mean be a crazy person. If you can only get them to $1.20, $1.25, don't just throw the whole load away. You still winning. You just trying to adjust for the market analysis and still stay in range so you can beat out your competition. Are you understanding that? All of that is in the lives. We talk about this in the songs. It's everywhere. It's on if you want to listen. Because again, my way ain't the only way. I tell y'all all the time to watch other content creators. But when you're trying to understand the market and competitive analysis of the industry, you need to know all of it. That's where the research comes in. Now, granted, we're going to break this down a little bit more when we talk about the SWOT analysis next week. That's when you're going to get, I'll put something up in the community post to help you understand the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats to your business. That's next week. We have to do this so you can get the overlay of what you need to understand between market and competitive analysis, because it's people out there that don't understand the game and don't know the game. And when you don't know the game, that's how you end up running for either right at the rate that will keep your business going and you're wondering why you're not making a profit. It'll also get you where you take a load that for one rate that sounds good, like we talked about last week, you might get a great load in Texas, but you drive it all the way to New York, and now you're stuck because you're not from New York, or drive all the way to California and you're not from California, and you're trying to figure out what to do next because you went way outside the circle. You can go outside the circle, but they need to pay you to go outside the circle. That's the whole part. But I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna go back to that. Let me holler at the fam, because we can keep this thing going for a second. Hold on, let me go holler at the fam. Where I leave off at. Let's go back. They talking about Mr. Drive Time with the Florida, but needed lessons. Right. Need to know the lesson, know what to do. You right. Sounds like you had your bases covered. Yeah. We had a conversation about that. The whole community was having, because Mr. Drive Time was like, hey, this is going on. How do we do it? But that was something else, because it's on time, on spot market. Not spot market, on time communication, because we could see it all at the same time, because stuff gets bogged down and all types of other stuff. What's good, fam? You ain't late. You heading to the H. I already knew that, but you headed to the H. You ain't late, fam. Just be safe. Be safe. Hey, listen while you drive it. Don't be trying to read. Go back and watch it if you need to read. I'll read it for you. Oh, man. How do you book loads successfully and for more than $1 with a new authority? I have been working with dispatchers for 4 months, but they like to keep you at 70, 80 cents a mile, no dead. Whoa. So this is a tricky one. It's a whole bunch of stuff that plays into this. It's the location, where you're at, who are your dispatchers, because let's get an understanding. There are great dispatchers out there. I'm not taking that away from no great dispatchers, but let's be honest. The same way you got to have to talk it through with some brokers, because most dispatchers, they've never driven a vehicle on the transportation. They haven't driven a van. They haven't driven a box truck. They haven't driven a big rig. They're going off of, and again, it's not knocking nobody. I'm just trying to get a further understanding, because some people have been in the transportation world and they understand dispatching coming out the gate. But let's say we know the society we live in today with social media. I've seen the videos. I've seen the reels and clips. Hey, come dispatch, and I can show you how to make $2,000 a week without having no equipment. People take courses, people watch videos. That don't mean they know what they're doing. We kind of discussed this in the book when we were trying to explain how you vet your dispatcher, how to talk to because at the end of the day, and again, this is a tricky part because you're new with a new authority and understanding that it's your business, but some people can get entangled where your dispatcher is basically running your business. You got to know how to let the dispatcher know that this is my business. This is what I need. This is what I'm running for. This is what I do. Of course, it's a little bit different for a courier company because you're kind of at their mercy and grace. So you got to play that just right and get them to understand like these, the numbers and understanding the number. But that comes back to the competitive analysis, because while you're talking to that courier company or dispatcher, they might know somebody else in that area that they can get that load to, because at the bottom end, the dispatchers worried about their business too. They trying to get their money. And so they trying to keep the vans moving and keep you going, but it might not be for the rate you want. So when you're working with a new one, you have to explain, and that's the picking the right dispatcher, interview them and all that, because it's like a job. It is a job. You got to interview them, ask the questions. What markets do you run? Do you have a network? Do you work? What region do you work? What's the rate that you normally get currently for the drivers that you already have? Because you'll find out fast. Some dispatchers, you might be their first driver. You might be the third or fourth. Might not even have never dealt with Sprinter vans. They might only dealt with big vehicles, the big trucks, the big rigs, the box trucks. They probably haven't. So you have to ask these questions. Because at the end of the day, you got to also remember when you're starting out and you don't know what you're doing. That's why we talk acronyms and discuss so much over here, because that's how you learn what you need and what you don't need. Like I just said about knowing the circle. Like I know you playing catch up, but do you even understand the circle? Have you went back and watched the videos? Because if you caught up, and not just from us, from other content creators, that's the research part, because that's how you find and learn. Because we have fam over here, you can ask them. They were starting out at 70, 80 cents a mile, and then as they continue to learn and grow, insurance authority matured. Now they running over $1. It's part of the ups and downs of learning anything. Like I told you, my fam told me what it was, and I understand business. I understand numbers. So I knew out the gate because I knew a little bit about the logistics and transportation because I got other family that drive 18-wheelers and stuff. I was in the military. My first few years in the military was on the logistics side, so I kind of understood what I needed the rate to be. So that's what we over here for. That's what the community is for. That's what the fam on you live is for. That's showing the numbers so you can understand. That's what all this is for. So the only thing I can say is keep watching, keep learning, keep researching for others because you won't get the answer in me talking for like 4 or 5 minutes. It's gonna take a lot more talking. Like what region are you in? Atlanta, Georgia. I'm gonna tell you right now, Atlanta, Georgia, from my analysis, is getting rough out there because it's the volume. I won't say oversaturation, which I'll cover that in another video because I understand what people say with oversaturation, but I don't believe in oversaturation. I'll talk about that in a whole nother video. But yeah, it's getting rough out there as the numbers starting to look. I don't know if it's because Florida's so close, but them numbers starting to get closer and closer to Florida percentages, and I don't like it. Yeah, Soul Train in this thing. You know we gonna jam all day. Transporter crazy, man. What's going on? What's going on? Everybody talking to the transporter. Are we talking under 500 miles? Did I miss something? What are we talking about? Catch me up. I might have missed something. Under 500 miles. What are we talking about? We talking about the rate? I might have missed something. Luxury Trail. Tell me what I'm missing. Maybe I'll catch it up with it later on down there. Transporter speaking to everybody. Well, the market is heavy, and if you're running with carriers under their number, it will be harder to get them up. Just don't give up and keep pushing your rate that you need. Exactly. Queen, quick, push it to the limit. I was just on the KC and Missouri line. Good spots. Yep. We in H-Town. Man, what's up, fam? All y'all saying y'all in H-Town. Y'all, we talk about all this because I'm not the only one that know this information. I'm going to leave that up for just a second. I'm not the only one. I know because remember, I told you in the one video about play your role. It's fam in here that's playing whole different roles. They moving all different. Some OTR, some start niches from furniture moving to furniture flipping. Got fam that have taken over the local scene. Fam that's in the gig app, just gig app kings and queens. Like they know different parts of the market. We got fam that's got contracts. And the crazy thing is, it's not just me talking. I know because I talked to them. And then that's when we came up because they brought it up. Not me, fam suggested it. So I'm like, hey, let's make it happen. We got the first meetup in Houston on the 28th of March. The link is in the description. You got to get in the room and talk to these individuals because I can talk all day. Of course, I'm going to be there talking to you because, yeah, I want to highlight you. I want to break bread with y'all as well. But it's going to be people in these rooms. The next one in St. Louis in the next quarter. The one in the third quarter is going to be in Cincinnati. The one at the beginning of the fourth quarter is going to be in Atlanta. So it's coming, but you got to also put yourself in these rooms. I'm not talking to you necessarily, fam. You just made me think about it. When you try, because think about it, we talking about marketing competitive analysis. That competitive analysis comes from networking and understanding what other people are doing. And you got to be in the room because everybody don't talk at truck stops. Sometimes it be late at night. Sometimes you're tired. Sometimes you don't feel like talking. Get in the room with the people and talk to them. The same way you talking right here in this chat. Talk to them face to face. You're going to get a whole bunch of stuff. I like being queen. You better be. You better like it. Hey, fam. Hey, what's going on, T? I just parked. The weather is crazy in VA. I love the song. Hey, fam. That song be rocking, be jamming, be safe out there in that VA, man. That weather's crazy. I don't know what we just had happen in Houston. Wind was blowing, hail was going on. I don't know what was going on. It was hitting everywhere. Let's see. As you should be, Miss Quick. Yes, as you should be. Let's see. It's over for that. Gas too high, and I'm losing. I'm getting on the boards myself starting tomorrow. No more pimping me. Yeah, fam, we got the video for that about how to use the boards. We got all that. Hey, it's telling you it's a way to do it. Remember, you can't take all the loads at once. You need one load at a time, and find the number that you need because it might not be a load every day. It's a lot to it, but quick and reference. Maybe it's 3 loads a week, and your number needs to be 1,500 a week. You got to understand your numbers in order to hit your numbers because and it tells you what part of the market and understand the competitive analysis for the market you at because you're hitting your numbers. I tell you, it's a lot to Thanks, Nelson. You already know. Hey, Ariane and Andrew in the building. Can you go OTR with a cargo van and earn more than $5,000 plus a month? Yeah. Depends on what you're doing and what market you're in and what you're actually trying to do. But $5,000 a month. I'm not trying to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Is it facetious? I don't know what word I'm looking for. Let's just put it like that. $5,000 a month ain't nothing. It's fam over here that's rocking with us, getting 25, 35, $4,000 a week. We've had people in the fam getting $2,000 days, $3,000 days. It's the Friday pickup, Monday drop off will hit you in real fast. I'll give you an example. I use myself. This past week, I did 3 loads, and they was $2,000 for 3 loads, and that just was 3 weeks, and I was running light. If you talk to the fam in the community, I was running light, and that was 3 loads. We had a matter of fact, I did a video. It was a circle run. Go look back for that video. Did a circle run just to show how to run around the circle. And the circle run video, I think was, quote me if I'm wrong, fam, that's watching. It was like 12 days. Did a 12-day circle run and it pulled in over 6,000. So yeah, that's very much doable. You just got to understand your systems, build your systems to incorporate into your strategy. Don't just be running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Don't look for max rates if you're not running under your own MC. Yes, that's the best way to put it. If you're not running on your own MC, you're not. G, tell them how to become a grind setter. The link's in the description. You know me, fam. I tell y'all, I'll explain stuff. I tell you to go, but I'm not one of those people. I'm not. What's to say? I don't push. I don't want to say beg, but I don't force nobody to do nothing. Like, the person that God made me, I make it available. I try to help because I want to help, but like only so much I can do. Like I said, we give out the information in the videos. We give out the information on the lives. We give out the information through song. We give out the information, $25 one-on-ones. Let's see. Give out the information. They talking about the grind setter community. That's what, $300. The first 300 people or whatever, how you want to put it. $300, and that's your flat rate every year. It don't go up, it don't change. $300 every year. So put it like this, math wise. You go out there and you can go buy somebody's course of information for $3,000. Again, I'm not knocking nobody. Go get your money how you get it, learn how you learn, give out your information, charge what you charge. But you can go out there and buy a course or get information for $3,000, or you can come over here and join grind centers at $300 a year. That's 10 years. If you do 3,000. $300 times 10, that's 10, that's 3,000. So that's 10 years of business knowledge, professional development, personal development, business development, joining a community that helps in real time, learning how to do other stuff outside of the cargo van to find your exit strategy, which we also covered in the blueprint, the cargo van business blueprint, which is the book. So yeah, I'm not the person that just pushes and says, hey, go do this. We got the meetups. The meetup is $40. I know it sounds crazy when I'm saying out loud, but that gets you in the venue. You're going to break bread. I don't know what we're eating yet. I'll figure that out when we come. Break bread. That just gave me an idea. But yeah, we're going to eat. We're going to get to meet each other, exchange knowledge, ask questions, do Q&A, do everything in real time. So yeah, and you get in the room and you network with other people because believe me, that network is crazy when you find people in your area that you can work together with because say, you meet the right person. Like I'll use myself again. I use myself for example. Say you meet somebody like me. And it just happened the other day. And it's like I was running somewhere. I was in Florida, picking up the load in Pace, Florida, on my way to Oklahoma. And my direct broker hit me up and was like, hey, BG, you gonna be in Dallas? I got my guy coming from California, and can you pick this load up? And I want to check in with you before I put it on the board. And I was like, nah, I'm coming from Oklahoma, but if it can be picked up tomorrow, cool. But if not, but if you're in the room networking and somebody knows you, that's when I can be like, hey, I got somebody for you. I got a partner that runs with me. They can pick that load up for you in Dallas and handle that. That's getting in the room. But hey, don't listen to me. Like I said, we just talk about the stuff. That's market and competitive. Competitive analysis don't always mean your competition is against you. Sometimes the competitive analysis means networking with the right people. If you ever seen the movie, like I say, Paid in Full, Ace put everybody on. Everybody was eating. But hey, do what y'all want with that information. Like I said, I don't push and all that stuff. You either want to join or don't want to join. You either want the material or don't want the material. You might be cool because you're getting it in just a little nugget here on lives and videos help. I'm cool with that too. Whatever helps you. It's all out there. I'm in New Caney right now. Around your way, BG. If you're in New Caney, it's some good food over there. Right off of 59. Yeah, if you pass exit 13, 14 or right up in there, oh yeah, it's some good food up in there. Or you can go down to, what's that next exit? It's the exit after 13, 14. If you're going 59, 69 now, you know, they changed stuff. 69 South, after you pass 13, 14, I forgot the next exit. It just leaving my mind. But yeah, they got food right there. BG, Callan, what's going on? Man, I love it. Y'all be everywhere. Any other family ever work with Delta Express? I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to go down and see if I see that in the comments because I haven't. What's going on? Everybody just hollering at each other. You need to be a grind. Hold on. You need to be a grind setter. Ask BG. I just no, what is that? Never heard of it. So yeah, we haven't heard of it. Y'all heard of it. Tell FC if you heard of Delta Express because I haven't heard of them. I'm about to do a first year video because people be thinking money gonna fall out the sky. It's really tough. I'm telling you. Until the transporter is great because we talk a lot too. Transporter be hitting everybody up because we fam over here. If you don't have a system, you can't create the strategy. And without the strategy, you're just running in circles. Like we talked about it in one video when I brought up the rectangle. If you don't understand the rectangle for the gas prices because you don't watch the stock market and know that the barrels of gas have went up because of everything going on politically, which we're not getting into on this. You know what I'm saying? That's the market analysis. The market ain't just the transportation piece. The market is understanding the market literally, like when the barrels of gas oil go up or when the tariffs are coming or understanding what ports, what market sends stuff to different ports. Like one port might be medical, one port might be automobile parts. One port like Miami just might be the cruise ship and it ain't nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like if you don't understand the market, that's where it comes in and can hurt you. But like, as you learn and grow, you'll start to understand it. But like the transporter say, that first year is rough because it's a huge learning curve. It's not like a 9 to 5. When you were working at 9 to 5, your competitor for the raises was who worked harder next to you between you and your coworker to get the next raise. Out here is, do you understand the market and what your competitor is asking for so you can either have the better skill set, because that's when we talked about that too. That competitor, all the competitors don't have TSA certification. All of them don't have Twix. All of them don't have hazmat because they used to have a CDL with hazmat on it. All of them can't get access to ports. All of them don't have passports to cross borders into Canada. You see what I'm saying? Understanding the competitive market. So yeah, it can be rough that first year because of the learning curve. What's up, fam? Where have you been at? I was about to say, we almost put an APB out on you, Rich. These dispatchers just need to move the load. I got a flat tire on Friday on my way back to a pickup called dispatcher. They already had somebody within 5 minutes to get that load, and I lost money. Things happen. I don't know your time frame on that load, but depending on that flat, how fast you could have changed it real quick. Hey, ran into a bit of traffic. It threw me behind by 20, 25 minutes, but I'm still en route. Let the shipper know that I'm on the way. If not, I'll be not called the shipper because I call shippers and receivers whenever I get stuff to make sure it's good. If it's cutting window, hey, shipper, what time? I got this pickup between this time and this time. Or is this exact time? Because brokers, they want their stuff picked up. They'll tell you the pickup got to be by 1. Get to the shipper, you had to 4:30. So no, I would have, hey, I had something come up. Traffic. Ace paid in full. I got to get mine. Man, we need the video quick, fast. People are getting bad info. I told you. I'm telling you, they got to put the videos out. Everybody has a different market because some people saying what I put out. Some people going to see what you put out. I always tell y'all, make them videos because that's also your resume. What's going on? I love when people, everybody. The race got to match the gas. Just hit them for $11. I'm thinking you saying $1 mile, but if you saying $11 mile, you Panther wants you to surrender your authority to work for them. Yes, you want to, whenever you find that courier company, we talk about it a few times, but non-exclusive. If they want you to run exclusive, depends on what you want to do. If you're cool with exclusive, stay, run exclusive. But if you're trying to get out there and grind and do your own thing, that's the non-exclusive. All of this is part of the market, because the market is not just what you're doing. It's understanding the brokers. It's understanding the courier companies. Who's exclusive? Who's non-exclusive? If you're exclusive, I don't even need to talk to you. Understanding the brokers, because certain brokers don't want to work with certain courier companies. They tell you off, okay, I don't want to work with you. So now you have to look which courier companies I need. Do I need 2, 3, 4, 5? How many dispatchers? 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, understanding that, understanding which brokers I don't even need to worry about talking to. Global Trans ships a lot of U-boxes. Cleared on my way so I can get the boat load faster if I'm on the load board. Understanding how to go knock on doors, send emails, first time email, second email, the third, the follow-up email, and the third final closeout email. Understanding all this stuff is understanding the market and who you're talking to and who you're dealing with. Because I see people do gig apps, but it dawns on me, it's like, okay, I see you doing the gig apps. If you're trying to grow, have you already made your business cards? And say you doing those gig apps that you dropping off stuff from Lowe's, or you drop, not food ones, but you're dropping off material from Rhodey or all that. Why I can't slide my card in there? If you need anything, let me know, and talk to the individual. Why I can't get your email so I can follow up and let you know, like, hey, I enjoyed the opportunity to work with you. If you need anything picked up or delivered the first time, please don't hesitate to reach out, and here are my rates. See what I'm saying? It's understanding the market, because the competitor isn't always the driver. Sometimes the competitor is the gig app. Why can't you become the gig app? Don't get me started. That's a whole nother conversation, because I can't break it all the way down in live. And then you'd be like, what I'm doing. That's why fam be telling y'all need to come to Grind Setters, because we break stuff down. Oh, we got time over there. We got time here, but sometimes not. Because right now, I got a Friday pickup, Monday drop off. The transport already was missing me in the comments, because this past Friday, we got the Friday pickup, Friday drop off, followed by a Friday pickup, Monday drop off. It was a great day. Let me keep going, because y'all in here talking and I love it. Rich talking, everybody saying hello. I love it. I stay in the circle. If you stay in the circle, you should be good. What part of the circle you in? Because if you live, because some of us, we live on the cusp. Like, if you live in like Houston, Oklahoma City, Atlanta, Columbus, Ohio, we stay on the cusp of the circle. So we got to come in. If you stay in Memphis, Kentucky, Louisville, and all that, oh, you're in a great location. Let's see. Yes, that's their business model. Can't knock it. I would never. Hey, that's what I'm saying. I get it, but you got to watch what you're signing on to. It's their business. Remember, you're trying to build your business, so it's no different than a dispatcher. If you got to go exclusive, then it's basically killing your business model in the ground before you even get it off the ground. Panther wants you to use their authority only because they have their own brokers and loads that are dedicated to them. Yep. Appreciate you, fam. Y'all, man, I swear, y'all be amazing, man. Appreciate you, fam. That's a blessing. I appreciate you. You have to talk to the quick. They are the king and queen. I try to tell you, when I say, okay, I'll give you one since we're talking about it. The quicks got St. Louis on lock. I told y'all about the Houston meetup, so you can get with other people. But if you anywhere around St. Louis during this time, St. Louis, Missouri, because I forget that it's places all over. Like, we got Atlanta, Texas, but only everybody know Atlanta, Georgia. Like, there's a Miami, Missouri. You see what I'm saying? St. Louis, Missouri. The quicks, they run in circles around over there. So when that St. Louis comes up in the end of June, if you in that area, you might want to be in that room so you can get to ask for help. How do you do it? How can you help me? Like, that's the part of the meetup. So if y'all ain't in the room, I don't know. Houston on March 28th. Like I said, after that one, after the one on March 28th, we'll start working on the St. Louis one, because we got to go get venues and stuff. Matter of fact, I got to go to the venue tomorrow because I saw the payment go through, but something was wrong because it wasn't the entire payment. I need to run over there. So I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. That's that behind the scenes stuff. I might take y'all with me if I'm feeling nice. Yeah. King and Queen. Hey, we got a song about that. King and Queen of the road. Moving as, you know what? I can talk all day. Y'all got it. Yeah, I think I told y'all. Y'all just want to jam. Y'all don't want to grind. Just in case you missed it, I'm in a mention. Tell them where to join the grind center so they get this. The link in the description, fam. Y'all hilarious. All the links for everything, all the books, the meetup is in there, the one-on-ones, the community links, it's all in the description. Just got to go in there, click on it. If you don't click, copy, paste, and go ahead and slide over here and get what you need. It's here for you. I love when y'all be speaking to each other. I've been doing OTR, but I'm working on establishing local and regional relationships. That OTR doesn't allow for me to have consistency with handling the back office. Plus, it takes more money OTR. That is correct. If you remember, that's part of the things I said in the book. If outside of deadheading, sitting idle, and losing days because you got to find the load or because you don't have a direct broker, that's the next one. That's the killer to your business. Believe it or not, deadheading without understanding why you're deadheading and factoring it into your rate, sitting still, and then taking freight for the wrong price. You think it'd be first. But again, that's a whole another video we got coming. That's think past the money. We'll get to that on that video. But yes, you are correct. You got to find out, especially with these gas prices going up. Facts. Because you see, when I go out and do a circle and come back home. I don't stay out long. Think about it. I left here last week. Went to Alabama, drove deadheaded 88 miles down to Pace, Florida. Went from Pace, Florida, got back to Oklahoma. And that's a deadhead drive home for me. I deadheaded on the way back, found my load, picked it up the next morning to make up for deadheading home, dropped it off Friday, and picked up the one for Friday. Y'all get it. You can run one load and make 800 to 1,000 on OTL. Just give you a reference. You can, but if you're in the wrong location and can't get out of there or don't know, like for example, I use myself because remember I was your test dummy. When I learned how to get out to California, I get a load out to California. It was paid good, but most of the times I couldn't find it, and I would waste money if I stayed there because sitting still over the weekend with no guarantee for Monday. And then you end up deadheading home. So yes, you still come out profitable because I can run to California from Texas and get about 2,000. Of course, it'll cost me roughly rounded up $250 in gas to get there. But coming out of there, it'll cost me more like $300 because of that fill up in California to get up out of there. So it all depends on where you're going. That why the circle, which Mr. Driver talking about, if you on the outskirts or the cuffs of the circle, like your boy, like I said, Atlanta and all that stuff, 800 to 1,000 miles still keeps you in the circle. Like the longest is from Houston up towards like Illinois. That's roughly 1,100 to 1,200 miles. That's about the furthest. But going from side to side to side, going from side to side in the circle is roughly about 800-900 miles. It's just about understanding how the circle works. Hey, everybody's speaking. I love how y'all just be showing love. We have a new theme song, and I love it. Hey, go BG, go fam, go BG. Hope everyone have a wonderful Sunday and staying safe. 60 to 85 miles per hour sustained winds in Ohio this week. Hey, y'all stay. I told you in the last video that weather coming on Monday. Snow and all that snow flurries. Be safe out there. I just told you about the wind that just came through. I don't know what that was. I'm glad I was sitting here. 5,000 a month OTR is pushing it. Honestly, I have 35 to 4,200. Yeah, I average 35 to 4,200 a week in that. So yeah, you get 5,000. You can do the 5,000 in the month. It just depends on if you got a system and a strategy. But it is harder than it looks, and you better be ready. You got to know when to shut it down. When you running like that, you better know if you're going OTR, you have to find them days. Like if you're going to pick up Friday, drop off Monday, it might be the middle of the week. You might have a Wednesday or a Tuesday that I'm not doing that. Or if you got a Friday, pick up Monday, drop off, you know that Friday I'm going to drive it straight there so I can sit still Saturday and Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You got to get rest in between. Sorry, fam, just joined the live. But my question is, are you taking individuals with their own van under your operations like lease on? I'm not. And look, somebody else in the fam is. I'm not. But again, I'm going to do my best with everybody in the fam, provide all the information needed to get you going anyway. But I am personally not, because I'm not even finna lie. It's a lot going on between driving, the back end work. That back end work is crucial. Y'all don't understand it, but that back end work, that's the crucial part. Location. Rich is right. Do you have a dispatcher? They talking to Odoms. Got it. Marcus. Hey, yeah. That crazy weather. Marcus is in the building. Marcus is always going to be in the building. I love how y'all speak to each other. Yep, that means time for a break. Hey, Rich. BG hooking it up for you. You got to know that food at. Y'all know your boy a foodie. Did I not answer it? Yeah, I just answered yours. I play catch up, fam. I'm going fast. BG, we need to talk. I want to know how I access TQL low board. Want a load with them without Fox carriers. Just download the app. Download the TQL app. And of course, they put some on DAT low board, but when you download the app, you can filter it down. The only thing that I don't like about TQL low board is it lets you filter it down by states, but it don't let you do that radius. So, for example, I can be in Houston, but I can't see Louisiana. Or, you know what I'm saying? And if you go up to the northern Midwest, that can kind of hurt you. Because if, say, you're in Louisville or Kentucky, you're in Kentucky, and it ain't nothing to drop down in Tennessee or up in Indiana, Illinois. It ain't nothing to jump over to those Ohios and stuff, but it only lets you select that state, and I don't like that. But no, you can download the app and look on it and see whatever you want for the state you're in at that moment. The transport ain't never lied. First year has been a grind. Yes, it is. The first year, it's like that. But anyway, remember elementary, kindergarten, first grade was rough. When you went to middle school, sixth grade, it was intimidating because you got the 7th and 8th grade. They bigger than you, fresh out of elementary. Got the 9th grade. It was rough because all the high schoolers moving around like this is new, and you still trying to find your class. You don't even know where the bathroom is. You see what I'm saying? So the first of anything is always going to be rough because you're getting to know. First year of college, like I tell you, when I say you can't have business development without personal development, some people might think I'm crazy. It's no different. We got family here that's been married like us over 20 plus years, and we can all tell you that first year was, it might be, they call it the honeymoon phase, but it's the learning phase. Like it's that first year of anything, it's a learning curve. Anyone ever try core low board? Y'all let fam know. I haven't done, I'm telling you now, fam, I haven't done. I've been with the DAT low board. I got a couple of lows off selectors. I had a couple of dispatchers that got me lows here and there, but I haven't done anything with carriers. That's part of the community and the meetups. I'm not saying you, but that's where you meet those fam that's running that. Because I've met somebody that's running with a courier company, and that guy is a man and a wife. They were older couple, and they didn't feel like dealing with paperwork, finding anything. They just like getting out over the road and enjoying stuff, sightseeing. And they had a house in either Wyoming or Wisconsin, one of the W's. And they said, yeah, we'll go out for 2-3 weeks and then go back home for 2-3 weeks. But it'll flip over. So they was working 2-3 weeks on the road at a time. And they were saying working for the courier company because they didn't want to have to deal with the paperwork. They handled all the tax stuff, all that stuff. And they was like, yeah, we were still pulling in $5,000 to $6,000 a month in them 2-3 weeks because they drove everywhere. They didn't care if it's New York, Oregon, wherever. They just out there sightseeing, working together. So I don't know that, but it's people in the fam that do know those answers. It was a 9 a.m. deadline and would not have gotten in there until after 10 or to 10 or after. I told them exactly what you said, and they still found somewhere else. That's the part that when you, especially if you're dealing with a courier company, but if you're talking to the broker yourself, most times majority of the time, that's a one-off. Don't take that as always. It's a one-off. What's going on, everybody? I love when y'all speak. I want the address to the hotel as well to try to get a cake to you all. I don't want to drive to Houston unless it's worth my while going that way. 1,100 miles from me and will be the closest meetup. I will. You know what? I'll send you the address, but just because you said that, I'm going to figure something out because you're right. You're right. Before this year, when I know, because I'll know ahead of time, because I'm not just coming out there on a whim. I'm going to know ahead of time. And I'm going to, because I not rode out there. I love the fam. I probably won't do Cali. So if you're in Cali, you better rock with your boy. I'm going to figure out one, and I'll know ahead of time. At least it might be a little last minute. It might be 2-3 weeks at a time, maybe max a month. And I'm going to run out to probably Phoenix. I'll meet in the middle from here to Cali. It ain't really the middle, but I get out to Phoenix. So that way I want all the fam to get a chance. So I might run out to Phoenix. So if you're in Cali, Phoenix, New Mexico, El Paso, I don't know when. We'll figure that out. Gotta tell you, boy. I got you covered. But I'm still sending you that address because I'm gonna send you the address for all 4 locations when we find addresses because I ain't the only one that wants some of that cake. So how can new fam get in touch with you, boss? We got the all the links are in the description. We got the one-on-ones. First meetup is Houston. The community. What else? That's the main ones to get in touch with me. Outside of me replying to comments and all that stuff. It sounds crazy, and I know I'm not that bright, but it's like when you start, if you would see that, that's why I say the back end work. It's the stuff behind the scenes that nobody sees except when you get in, you what I'm talking about. If you're not already in, you're probably already in. That behind the scenes, and because it ain't just emails from y'all, it be emails from I don't even know how they be finding emails sometimes, but just stand on top of all that stuff is crazy. So that's the easiest way now. That's why we do lives on Sundays, one-on-ones on Sundays, because that's the best way to dedicate time to just y'all that know that window. Fox is the worst. Had a pickup in Georgia to AZ. They called me in Tennessee to transload to a box truck, charge $600 for 200 miles. When you have the load, you have the leverage. That is correct. Hey, they actually saved you. You got $3 a mile, and you still was in the middle of the circle. I'm not complaining. They saved you actually because going to Arizona, I know Rich be running all over the place. Y'all see, never mind. Y'all got to be at meetups to understand. I can keep saying it, but I don't want to keep harping on it. I'm playing catch up. I'm just getting back in the town from LA over the weekend, made some money, and went to the Lakers game last night, and it was awesome. That overtime win was amazing. Looking to buy a van, so I'm learning all I can. Hey, fam, you're in the right place because it's a whole bunch of people over here that can explain and help show you. Fox can be good or extremely bad. That is true for any one of them. So happy I really don't deal with Fox anymore. I'm telling you, it depends on your location, depends on your area. That's true for every broker. It's like insurance. Progressive is horrible down here in Texas, but I heard in other states, Progressive is good and Geico sucks. Like it's like that for anything. It depends on where your location. True in the building. Just true. What's going on? How can I get on board? How can I get on board with your company? I have a 2024 Sprinter van. I'm not on board and nobody on me. I know I've seen it, but I haven't checked it in a while. It was a gentleman. I can't think of his name right now. He was up in Seattle and he was letting people on board under him. I'm not at the time because when you're out here juggling all because believe me, there's other businesses going on and when you're juggling, I wish I could, but it's just not in the cards for me at this moment. What's up, True? Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Quick, the Quicks. I love that shit. I love that she just hollering at everybody. When Just True comes in, she just start talking to everybody. I love it. Hey, Vet, that's Auntie, y'all. That's Auntie right there. Any groups in Atlanta that consist of rookies. So there are some fam in here that's in Atlanta. I know Steady Grinding was in here right now. Just True. Like you can reach out and put it if they want to, but it's a few people in here that's in Atlanta. We won't be to Atlanta to October for the meetup, but yeah, you can start reaching out whenever you hear. Just shout out, and the people that's here, just holler back at you. They probably already in here. What's the best high roof cargo van I could buy for less than $10,000? That depends on a lot. It's where you're getting the van from. $10,000. I'm not even going to lie to you. I don't know how that van. I won't know the miles because it's okay to find one. But obviously, you know it's going to be used. But do you have a mechanic? Where are you getting the van for? What was the purpose of that van used for? Like it's a whole bunch of questions. And then on top of the $10,000, do you have the extra capital that goes with it? Because off general, I know it's a lower entry to get into this game. People will tell you 5, 10, but to be safe, I'm always going to tell you between 10 to 20 bands, 15 to 20 bands of some type of access, because like everybody keeps saying, that first year is the roughest, and you got to have something to fall back on so you don't just go out of business as soon as you start. But it depends. It's not a particular brand. Of course, the main three are the Sprinter, the Ford Transit, and the Ram ProMaster. It all depends on what suits your ability, what you're trying to do, your needs, OTR, local, starting with gig apps, moving furniture. It's all types of things that go. So it's a whole, but it's like a multitude of questions that go behind that. But high roof is good, but just remember the door of the van is the main part to see what you can get in, and then it could be the length, it's all. I wouldn't suggest starting with the regular roof. Of course, you want to go medium or high roof, but that's just my opinion. Of course, everybody has their own. I see people getting money and all types of things, but it all depends on the market and what you're trying to do as well. Price wise, it's just finding the right one that works for you. You might not find one for 10. You might find one for 10. You might find the best one that's 15, especially with the way they're driving up the prices right now because of the volume of people entering into this game. That's still running good, man. Y'all crazy. Still sitting still because you took a load to the wrong place is the worst. Yes. Talk to him, BG. Our money ain't good money. I'm new to your channel. How can I get in touch with you or your company, sir? I have a 24. I'm playing catch up. So as I see these comments, I know I answered it. I'm playing catch up. So yeah. All the links are in the description. As a young man, I probably could run a bag up, but at 53, I'm not doing all that driving day in and day out and week after week, month after month. I'm with you. I'm with you, J Harv. I will shut it down in a minute. Like I probably won't even do much running this week. Got work to do behind the scenes. We got a lot of building going on. But don't worry, I might take y'all with me on some of it because y'all think I'll be crazy. So I might take y'all on with me. Are you looking for a dispatcher Volvo? Amen, J Harv. The AARP life is real. Oh, man. What's up, FC Chambers? LOL, so true. ARP is real, but I appreciate you guys. Your videos have been good to me as well. They talking about the Quicks. The Quicks, I told you, the fam is all around here getting it. The Quicks is uploading videos. We got fam making new channels every day. Locate. I must admit something. I probably did. Which load board are you using? So I got the DAT. Everything you've seen has been DAT minus probably 2 or 3 loads in the beginning. Fox and it's a reason. Let me go back to this. It's a reason. When they say market and competitive analysis, I'm the type of person, I'm going to make sure I fully understand things. And in price range, I know you can get selectives. They say that's a good one. I didn't like the monthly payment, so I didn't even go over there. I know it's the new one that's Freight Link, but for me, I haven't been blessed enough to get one of Freight Link's rows. But yeah, right now it's just DAT for me. I know it's other ones. Fox and Brumper use DAT and selectives, but there's one other load board they are using it, but I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like that's why I've been with DAT. You figuring it out, and you're understanding. And I get it. Everybody does their own thing, but me, I'm the type of person. I'm a master one thing before I move on to the next thing. That's why people be messing up the multiple streams of income because they're trying to master 50 things at one time. I'm a master one thing and then I'm gonna move on because once that is incorporated in my system, then I can move on to the next thing. What's going on, fam? DAT and selectors. Yep, that's what I'm using. And True North 2. Okay, yeah. Okay, they're using the same load board. Hello, everybody's speaking. Do Vegas. No, y'all ain't finna have me run out there and spend my money. You know, no. I say that and watch God fool around and be like, here go the load going to Vegas. Oh man, y'all crazy. BG, wherever we meet up, but let's make sure it's somewhere we can get a load out. That's why the 4 spots. We got Houston, we got Atlanta, we got Houston, then St. Louis, then Cincinnati and Atlanta. You can't, especially I know people like Cincinnati. Cincinnati is right there in the middle. It's all over Ohio, and you can get over to Kentucky and all that. If you can't get out of them 4 places, we got some more talking to do on these lives and one-on-ones. I promise you, I'm gonna get all the addresses to J Harv when we get them. We don't need them J cakes. Oh no, we got you. I wasn't even expecting you to send them. We're gonna send the money. You got to tell us how much it is. We're gonna have some J cakes. How much time do we got to give you the heads up? I'm gonna email you this week when I'm doing all this back office stuff, so that with the address. Magra's in the building still hollering at everybody. Also, look at links and schedule a one-on-one to get your business up and running. Okay, catching up. My bad. And indeed, yep. I like the name JK. If you buy a 10,000 van, get that car shield and some type of warranty on it. Yep. And mechanic. You got to have a mechanic with you. You need that in the game anyway. But make a mechanic with you. Low boards and gig apps bring in the most. El Paso is the dead zone. Yes, I was mainly talking about if I actually come out there, because I got to get out there for the year over with. I know a lot of fam that's out there in the Cali and the Phoenix area. We got a couple in El Paso, and I think I know of 3 that move out of New Mexico, but they more towards the northern part of New Mexico and Albuquerque. But still, it's crazy getting that. Albuquerque is quicker for them to get to Vegas than it is to Phoenix than it is to get to Houston. So I'm gonna find a way to get out there and holler at y'all, fam. We gonna set something up. I ain't gonna leave y'all out. I'm down with the Ford Transit 250. I'm partial to this, but BG going to say Dodge. I'm not mad at him. No. Only reason I said the Ram ProMaster, it can be either or. I just got the Ram ProMaster because of how I feel in the seat. I'm tall. Like, I don't like my knees all up high, long driving. I like to sit like, it feel like you're sitting in. If you ever sat in a school bus in the driver's seat or 18-wheeler in the driver's seat, everything is flush, like right angles. Chest down the hip, hip down the knee down the ankle is all right angles for me. I don't want nothing higher or lower, and the seat in the Ford Transit didn't go up and down for me to get it. Hey, Magris, what's up? I called the other day to check up on you. See, I forgot who asked fam about Atlanta. This is Atlanta talking. That is correct on the car shield. Yep. I think they use TQL load board. Yep. Selectors also lock you into a contract. Yep, for a year. Truck Smart. I have not been into El Paso. Nope. No, you ain't got to go. Just trust us. Everybody want them J cakes, J Harv. Yes, they do, but it's lows that they send that aren't on TQL, DAT, or selectors, which is why I say that Brumpy even sends a few that aren't on the load boards. At least the ones I have. So remember, we were talking about this earlier. Certain dispatchers and certain courier companies already built relationships. When you're coming in this game, eventually over time, as you continue to learn, that's you building relationships. Me, because for the new fam, I'm not the person that's looking for the dedicated contracts because I like moving freely, doing whatever I want when I want to. So instead of dedicated contracts, I like direct brokers. Brokers that I've worked with, I've told y'all about this in videos. You have to go. That's why you play catch up on the video. Where at the third time, I'm hitting the broker up like we've done this many lows together. It was great working with you. I thank you for working with me on the rate, getting me the rate I need, and it hopefully gave you the rate that you needed. We've done great work, and I'd like to continue to work with you. This is the areas that I move around in. If you give me a day, tops, maybe 2, whatever you got a load coming in, I can get there. Because remember, sideways is about 800 miles of the circle. South to north, Houston up to like Chicago is like 1,200 miles. That's 3 tanks of gas going from north to south in most vans, and 2 tanks of gas going east to west. If you're already moving and the broker gives me a load, and this is just me, because if I'm working with a direct broker, they're already giving me the rate well over those dry van half rates that I told you about at the current market. Like say I'm already in Memphis and the load pops up in St. Louis or I'm in Indianapolis, St. Louis. That's less than a tank of gas to get me there. And the broker calls me on, I drop off Friday pickup, Monday drop off. And the broker says, hey, I got something that you can pick up. You got till 3-4 o'clock. Can you get it? I'm going to say yes, because I can get from Memphis to St. Louis. After I drop at 8, I can be in St. Louis early afternoon. Pick that thing up and keep pushing. So that's why I say the direct broker lane for me, because you're knowing knowing who you're working with. So that is very key in this game. BG, I saw you in the video. I saw it in the video. Any vehicle is small with those. Yeah, they are. That's why the ProMaster worked out for me, because I don't feel cramped up in it. They're definitely on one of the TQL's favorite. Yep, playing catch up. Trust. I've seen the missed call and meant to call you back. I definitely call you in tomorrow. Yeah. You want a true? Call them tomorrow. I talked to them today. There's some great things happening over there. They might feel you. Yes, I like to be able to move around. One day I might be in Houston, next day in New Mexico. Me too. Just not New Mexico. I try not to run out. If you see me outside the circle, it's either one, I'm going to holler at the fam over on the West Coast at one time here and there, or because I got my direct broker and he or she got me something that's going there and coming back. It ain't too many reasons. I'm just finna go out there for no reason. Gas is different now. I'm filling up at half a tank. I did a quart on Friday, and that was $68. It's where you was at in the rectangle. Where in the rectangle was you? What do you need to work? What do you need to work with the broker? Obviously the MC, but most of them, the majority, we say the majority, they want that MC to be mature for at least a year. Some do 3 months, some do 6 months. And then you got a list of brokers that'll work with day one. As soon as your MC goes active, there's a list of those that work with you out the gate. Just all about that. And then as you learn the circle, is some that if you know how to negotiate route, you can be in the middle of nowhere and get the load, even though your MC knew. It's a whole bunch. That's negotiation tactics. It's a lot that plays into this. I promise you, it's a lot that plays into this. Bro, what are you doing about gas? The prices even went up in Texas. So my gas didn't really get affected too much because remember when I told y'all a bit about CPM, I already factored my CPM because it sounds crazy when I told y'all to do it, to do your CPM high when we was talking about the numbers. I was already factoring my CPM at $3 a mile. So for the past, 2 years, a little over 2 years, I was putting money away at $3 a mile in my CPM. So when the gas went up, okay, let's go back. Market and competitive analysis. When you're building a business, and I just told y'all about what you come in with. Remember, I've been telling y'all multiple videos about don't spend your bag. It ain't time to spend the cargo van money. It ain't time to spend the cargo van money. If you was putting that money, that CPM, like I was suggesting at $3 a mile, does it sting when it goes up to 320, 319, 325, 330 in some places? Yeah, it'll sting. The numbers are fluctuate and get back to a reasonable thing once everything settles out. But because of the way money was being put away for 2 years, and it's not trying for nobody else, I'm a firm believer in however long it takes you to get in something, it takes you that long to get out of something. So I've been putting that money away like that for 2 years at that CPM. So I can withstand this gas price going up for 2 years. That's how, when you look at broker companies, big trucking companies, big small business owners, the reason people go out of business because they don't understand their finances. They don't build systems that align with their strategy. They don't understand the market that they're in, and they don't understand the rates of their competitors. So when everybody else, because the gas went up, and they going to be like, the gas went up, I need to go higher. They might be shooting for 50 cents higher, 60 cents higher. Because I've been doing what I needed to do based on the strategy. I only got to go at 15 cents. And I'm going to get the money that I need and at the ACE paid in full price. And we still going to be putting money to the side and saving money. Of course, I'm telling y'all all this. We talk about it all the time, but it's only so much I can give y'all in the live because, like we said, we answer the questions. But yeah, the gas prices going up didn't bother me. Been putting it away in my CPM the whole time. Just like when y'all see Chip, when Chip went down in Vegas, when Chip decided to holler at the girls when he went down in Mobile, Alabama. I wasn't mad because we already planned for these things. It's incorporated in. That's in a song. That's in a song. The garment, I'm good. We good over here. And everybody that's rocking with us know what I'm talking about. Hey, some of the brokers be dropping like cargo van owners. I seen it. I seen it's tough for some of them too. Yes, it's not just, I'm telling you. When everybody was thinking for the longest that the brokers were the problem, don't get me wrong. There are brokers that are the problem. But we talk about this on YouTube. We talk about this on social media. Y'all ain't the only ones. We're not the only ones that's watching each other's videos. The brokers can still see these videos. Y'all not seen it. I talked to the brokers before in the videos. The shippers definitely can see it. You know how I know the shippers can see it? Because part of one of my business models with marketing is on the back of the business card when I get the shippers and I'm handing out cards. It's a QR code. They scan it. They can come watch this YouTube channel. They know the numbers. You think the shippers are just sending it out? These brokers is out there. Some of them are struggling too, especially if they don't know how to spend their money right. It's hurting everybody. It just depends on how you're looking at it. Again, how are you playing your role? Video. Oh, man. I'm from Denver, so I get there on my way home. Yo, yeah, never mind. You good then. That's why you're going that way. How do you get a broker? I forgot which video it is, but basically, you'll start as you continue to go, you'll start noticing that you start seeing the same broker names because you're emailing and calling the same ones. And it gets to the point that when you email so many or work with so many, you'll start noticing. But me, after that third one, I'm going to start hitting you up. I forgot what video that is, but I explained it in there. That's when I start hitting them up, letting them know who I am. And then over time, because you stay with good communication, good email, the professional development part of it, which in multiple videos, I explain how you're supposed to talk professionally. It gets to the point where they call and you know it. For the most part, I'm finna give y'all the insight. There are a vast majority of brokers, big and small, King of Freight, TQL. I can name a bunch. When I call, they answer me. When I say, hey, what's going on? How you doing today? And they'll be like, hey, what's going on, Billy? What you got? I can send emails and they'll reply back. Oh, Billy, we got this freight going from here to here, and this is the rate we got on it. Are you able to do it? What numbers you got? It was a load that I seen pop up. I can't think of the broker right now. I'm trying to. It popped up on Thursday on my way when I was coming back from Oklahoma because I hadn't found my load yet, but I was looking for Thursday and Friday. And I saw a load pop up and I called and the phone just kept kind of hanging up. It wasn't ringing. So I went to my email, typed the broker's name in, brokerage company name in, and it popped up and I said, oh, that's so-and-so. So I called them and I say, hey, I'm trying to get this load, but nobody answered. It's like, it's just hanging up on me. And as soon as I answered, he was like, as soon as I called, he was like, hey, what's going on, Billy? What you got? And I explained the load to him and everything. He was like, you see a reference number? I'm like, nah. He's like, that's one of those new brokers, as Rich just said, that are new to the game, probably don't know. And he was like, oh, that's one of them newbies. They need to put the reference in there. He said, I can't help you because I need the reference number. Even if you give me the lane, I won't see it because we cover so many lanes. Because remember, I don't just call on Sprinter vans. I call on flatbeds. I call on van reefers. I call on vans, box trucks. I'm trying to negotiate and get loads based on dimensions and weight. And after so many, that's how I build those broker relationships to where they call or when I call, because they start remembering your numbers. And it's to the point now, I don't think for some of them, I don't even think I give out the MC for a couple of them. I just call. Matter of fact, the load I picked up in Houston that went to Alabama that this past that started this week off, started last week off. I remember we was laughing because we was in the van. The load I had, and I called ahead for the load in Pace, Florida, going to Oklahoma. That's what it was. I had just picked up the Alabama load. I called about the load from Pace, Florida to Oklahoma, and me and my wife rode with me. So we, get out the house, go ride together, go pick it up. And when I called, it dawned on me afterwards. I'm like, he didn't ask for my MC number. That's the broker relationships. It happens over time. Everything happens over time. You don't build it out the gate. Everything in this business is over time. Went almost $2 for diesel. Who, Lord Jesus. What's that mean? Jesus Christ. A one-on-one would help you a lot. Check the video description to get it. Okay, I see. Man, we're about to deadhead out of AZ to LA to start the week in Arizona. Hope y'all we'll hope you hit you if you let it. AZ will hold you. I'm trying to read, man. It's like I'm getting blurry eyed. That must mean it's getting too close to the end. Yeah, up 150 for regular. Oh no. You good, fam? You good? You good? See, you good? You good? I'm a trucker in the Sprinter. I can't with y'all. Do a one-on-one, but go back and watch all the videos. I'm telling you, fam, it sounds crazy, but they tell it's not just random videos. It ain't just talking numbers. If you're just watching for the numbers, you're gonna miss all the development inside of the video. I called one broker and he said I was too nice. I must be new. Nah, fam, don't change you. Don't change you. They just used to dealing with people that have no personal development or professional development. Just say, nah, season, no stress here. I like that. I am for a real trucker in a Sprinter van. I even have my CB radio installed. I'm thinking about getting one of them just so I can mess with y'all. Freight Bully, been rocking with you from day one. Keep motivating. So is it best to stay out of the metropolitan in the West? Not necessarily. No. You can go to any of those places and do any of those things. It all depends on what you're trying to do. It all depends on what you're trying to do with it. Whether you're going in and out depends on the metropolitan area, because some metropolitan areas are different locations. Let's see what's the best way I can say it. So I want to say yes, depending on the one. Okay, remember when I just did the load, I had to think about how I was going to answer this. So when I was in Oklahoma, and I was right there by Tulsa. Oklahoma City is a metropolitan area, but I knew that it was a hot spot. It was a lukewarm spot. So I had to get back down to the bigger metropolitan area of Dallas. So knowing your metropolitan area, like for example, Nashville is a metropolitan area, but the lows that are a hot spot is more in Tennessee, more in Memphis. For Tennessee, the metropolitan area that you need to stay out of depends on if it's one of the hot ones or the lukewarm ones. That's part of the triangle. Like inside of the circle, there are multiple triangles, just like the rectangle. I'm trying to think. Like St. Louis is a metropolitan area, so it's Kansas City, but I would rather be in St. Louis than Kansas City. So it all depends on where you're at, for which metropolitan area you need to get in and which one you got to get out of. Not a CBO, not a CB. Get 10 for good buddy. Hey, when Fox send me loads to LA, I send them pics of the gas prices and tell them it ain't gonna be cheap. A lot of people taking loads and losing. I'd rather run empty and get higher pay from relationships. That same way, like you gotta know where you at. You gotta know where you at. Breaker 19. I'm not with y'all. All right, fam. So let's see. Red, come on. And quicks do not say good buddy. That means something different. I'm not with y'all. Look at that. We just hit a new one. That was an hour and 32 minutes on the line. It's time to shut this thing down. Because again, some of y'all driving. Some of y'all got the free Friday pickup, Monday drop off. I know your boy do. But don't worry. We're going to have a very interesting week. The videos y'all going to get after the one for the drop that's coming up on Monday. We're going to drop a couple of videos, a couple of accountability. And I'm thinking, because it just popped in my mind when I told you about some of the behind the scenes work we got to do, I might take y'all on some of the behind the scenes work, because it ain't just paperwork. Some of it's other stuff. And I want y'all think I'll be crazy. I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy. So I'm going to take y'all with me. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to rock it down because y'all need to get some rest, just like I got to get some rest, because I'm going to leave out of here by 4:00. Get this thing going. So yeah. Y'all know what time it is. If you driving, go ahead and just keep riding and listening. Don't close your eyes. For everybody else, you know what time it is. Close them eyes, bow their heads. Lord, God, our Father, we once again come say thank you for bringing us back to the end of a new week and start of a new week all in the same time. We ask that you help us as we get ready to go through this week, Father God, so that we can all have a successful week. We ask you that you help our minds stay in the even keel so that we can pay attention to the things and the factors that are going on in this community, in this logistics transportation world, as well as the things that are going on in our families and with our friends and loved ones as well, so that we can make the right analysis to move in the direction that you want us to move, whether that be market, competitive, or just taking care of our loved ones and taking care of ourselves. Help us with our health, our mental, physical, and spiritual beliefs as we go through this week, and keep us all safe until we all can meet again. We ask these many more blessings in your darling son, Jesus' name. Amen. And just like that, fam, I want y'all to get a good night, get some rest, do what you got to do. But anyway, whatever that thing is, I just want you to stay safe, because especially right now, weather is getting crazy. So y'all stay safe up there. If this is the week you need to take off, or a couple days you got to take off and do the behind the scenes stuff because the weather's growing crazy, do that. But either way it go, it's going to be a video, because your boy got to drop a video. So until the next video, you already know what I want you to do. Besides being safe out there, again, emphasis on safe. Until the next video, Y'all stay blessed.